everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Library. Yeah, in the last episode, we defeated in the abnormality, Forsaken Murder. That was it, and as well as fighting off a couple of cannibal chefs that we invited to the library. And in this episode, we're going to be moving on, trying to complete the objectives in the 3 different floors here. But first, I wanted to show off a little something real quick that I didn't notice at all or pay attention to it until a comment was good enough to point it was a comment I'm grateful for, or pointed out the credit is where you can rewatch story beats. You can replay story beats or so and see backstories. I see you can, looking at you can see the backstories of various characters here. Like, for example, Finn was bungling in many ways, had no talent, refused to take modification procedures. At all he armed himself with was a tiny weapon. I didn't exactly dislike him though. They say a delicate person like him is nothing short of pathetic here, but he had a passion regardless. He was going to be our colleague from now on. Besides, it's not too common to see such a passionate fellow in this grueling mess of a city. He was an interesting one. Then why did I exploit him? Exploit is a rather harsh word to describe it if you ask me. A sloppy kid like him would have gotten killed anyway. Abducted in the back streets, fading away while witnessing his innards getting ripped from his body. It's one of the tamer examples I can give. In this city, worse things are happening here and there on a daily basis. If he didn't die there, he could have faced a much more terrible fate somewhere else. Isn't that right? Never mind, this is all about rationalization. Think what you want. What does Finn himself think? It's kind of weird that, like, it's written all in first person, which wouldn't make sense if they are turned into books, but still. It's been a while, sis. Actually, I talked to you some time ago. By myself, of course. It sounds a bit lonely, but I'm fine. Today's not going to be the same as the days before. I have good news. I finally joined an office run by this guy named Yu, and officially he became a fixer. You're proud to see your precious little brother grow up and make it, aren't you? Isn't that cool? I told you there's no need to worry about me. Oh, about Yoon's office. I think it's a really nice place. No, I'm not lying. Our operator Yoon is a bit cold, but he teaches me a lot of things. There's also Eri, who's my senior. I've yet to be friends with her, but she seems like a good person too. For now, they're giving me small jobs like searching for lost cats. Maybe they're worried I'm too inexperienced to handle tougher stuff. It's not really fancy, but if I start with small tasks like this and work up slowly, I want to be a great fixer one day. Yeah? My heart's already pumping with excitement. When I become a proud and dashing fixer, I'll buy a nest migration ticket and get a nice new home for you. I could buy my gear in a workshop thanks to your help and all that. Though that's not all. You always looked after me, sis. It's kind of embarrassing to talk about this. Anyway, don't worry about me and do the things you want to do. I know that you were always busy caring for me. You need to pursue your own interests. You offered to give me a prosthetic body or even a minor procedure last time we met, but I'm doing fine without any of that stuff. And you've got money to earn for yourself. I'm tired, so I'll be going now. But we ran around the whole town chasing a cat all day. Night, sis. I hope we see each other again. And finally, Era's page. You have lots of things to prepare for before you can jump into the fixer business. Starting with choosing equipment, you'll need clothes to protect your bodily accessories, etc. But before any of that, body augmentation comes first. There's no point having masterful skills or fancy equipment if your body can't keep up, you know? And training hard isn't going to do it. There's a limit to training your body, and the physical body is still no match for mechanical, prosthetics, or bionic organs. You gotta be able to keep your body intact to do anything, so you're pretty much forced to spend a fortune on it. There's a ton of methods to enhance your body: the exoskeletons, bionic surgeries, nano, tattoos, prosthetic body parts, you name it. Deciding what workshop tech to employ is up to preference and purpose. Some would want insane muscular strength, let them carry a powerful one-handed and others would want ludicrous speed, quick enough to skip over multiple blocks in a split second. It's so diverse, I can go on forever. You need the ability, they've got you covered. The only hurdle is money. In the city, money is what gets you power. That's why the first thing we notice when we assess our foes is how much they spent on their bodies. Oh, of course, some technologies patented by closed groups like certain syndicates are hard to get your hands on, even if you have all the cash in the world. Just look at me though. It took a teeny little procedure for me to lift this humongous weapon with one hand. It's all the power. This is the kind of power you can get, you see. Body augmentation is more of a necessity than an option these days, so you want to study up on that. You don't want to stay a weakling when everyone's getting their augmentations now, do you? Still, we could be looking more into that in the future if anyone cares to look at anything specific. Another thing that the comment pointed out is that I probably, as the comment pointed out, I should probably do a better job of looking at a character's I should probably send an invitation. I should be, as I was saying, I should be doing a better job of paying attention to passive abilities that opponents and enemies have if I'm going to do a very good job, because that's like what got my butt kicked with how hard Forsaken Murderer was able to hit me. Like, inflicting him with status conditions is what like stops him from being able to use that ability to hit so hard. Why is our office so unpopular with clients? Our office is officially designated by the SWE Association as an affiliate too. And the crime rate territory is secured by a Streetlight office room that are remarkable 0% as long as the contract is in effect. We only cover 2 blocks of space at most though. And we'll eventually get work if we wait. Yeah, sure, you can keep renting for the rest of your life. I'm seriously considering moving to another office. Never thought you'd have what it takes to work for a bigger office. Unlike you, I have several business connections I made from experience. Do you understand? Your mother must be too busy being a legendary fixer or whatever. Well, I have friends who can help me right away. Yeah, some great fixer you are. Yeah. Why thanks, I know I'm great. Hey, you ate the cake in the fridge, didn't you? Guys, I have work for you. Fighting again, are you? This SOB ate the cake without even asking me! The expiration date was yesterday. Oh wait, this is the guy. The expiration date was yesterday, so I took care of it, that's all. Ah! It's my cake, and even if it's expired, I'll take care of it on my own! Anyway, boss, how about that work? Don't change the topic. I'll get you another cake, so calm down for a moment, alright? But that was a limited edition cake. I'm still rather skeptical about it, but I got this one from a friend of mine at the association. You mean the associate fixer working directly under Zwei? Yes, that's her. The Hannah Association is yet to consider this subject that needs to be addressed officially. Have you heard of the library? And here we go. Some stories of it, we overheard rats talking about it. Said the books in that place have tremendous value or whatever. I see. I received an invitation to the library from my friend I just mentioned. But we just managed to get... But we might not get much payment from this request if it's off the record. And it won't count towards our official career either. Such as it is, the association is trying to remain cautious about it. Are we really going to walk into a place we know nothing about? She did promise to see to it that we're rewarded with pay comparable to an urban class urban legend class request if everything goes down well. Surely it was a bad idea after all. Oh, don't you think? Let's do this. Guess we have no choice. It's still too uncertain, but we need that money. We haven't been too busy lately. Thanks everyone. We'll get through like we always have. This is kind of nice, like these group of people just like this is the most normal I've seen people act in this or in Lobotomy Corporation. This is like the most normal I've seen people act. Why does it have to be like the people we're going to end up fighting? I feel a little bad over that. Just a tiny bit. Sway? Hannah? They're talking about associations of fixers. It takes more than just setting up an office to jump into the fixer business. There are a total of 12 fixed associations across the city, each in charge of different types of work. Cases and requests are all sorted according to the time been sent to one of those associations. Associations manage offices and delegate work to them, I see. That's right. Sometimes the association might send documents to multiple offices at once, or just to have associate fixers take care of the work. And among them, the Hannah Association overall control all fixers. They grade fixers and authorize offices and stuff. Do offices have grades as well? Essentially, the requests sent out by the association are graded too. They really love to grade things, don't they? A look of exasperation on her face. It's easier to know that way. Know what? How valuable I am as a person. Think about it. Who in the city could claim this is my worth with confidence? Yourself? Like, maybe set your own worth by your own personal standards instead of like seek internal validation for your worth instead of external? I mean, if you want to seek value in other people, just make sure that the people you're seeking validation from are important people, like family members and friends and family members worth having. Anyway, everyone's busy minding their own business, but no one is going to lounge around having deep conversations about each other's value. Knowing each other's grades and affiliations, on the other hand, can save a ton of words. You can tell if you're above or below the person you're talking to right away. Sounds like people stop trying to learn or think about it at some point. But you won't say the same once you experience city life for a bit. You have to interact with so many people out there, whether you want to or not. People have been looking for ways to adapt to the city, and this is just one of them. Guess we really are desperate. Think that we take on a job like this. Stop complaining. We should be glad to have work at all. I know. Do you really have a point out that? I'm sorry. Do you really have to point out the obvious? Now, cool it down, guys. Can't tell if you're best friends or worst enemies. Excuse me? Please don't associate me with this goof. I certainly don't want that either. Alright. Let's have a feast at Julie's restaurant once this is over. The tab's on me. Yeah! Greetings, dear guests. You seem to be well acquainted with each other. Who are you? Prepare yourselves. There is no need to be weary. Your ordeal has not started yet. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. We're seeing this line a lot. I know she's saying it multiple times to different people and never the same person twice, but we, the audience, keep saying this line over and over again. Nice to meet you. I'm San from the Streetlight office. We are brought here by the invitation. I almost mispronounced that as investigation. There's something I'd like to ask about it. What is it? I actually retrieved this invitation from another person, not directly from you. Are we still eligible? Yes, indeed. The invitation eventually reached you, dear guest, and you signed your name with your own will. Everything has worked as intended. I see. May you find your book in this place. Huh. She was a nicer person than I thought. Did that look like a human to you? I mean, she did have the shape of a person, but something about her didn't feel right. Now, I can't exactly put it to words. So I guess that's how obvious her, how subtle or obvious it is. Her depends on the, I guess, varies from person to person. A cannibal chef who's used to killing people and gutting them. A cannibal chef that's used to killing and gutting people, well, to make food, edible food out of humans, is probably going to be better at spotting an artificial or fake human than someone who is essentially an authority figure, like someone who works as I'm assuming, until I'm corrected, which could be by the comments of this very video, I'm guessing or thinking that fixers like these three are the closest thing to cops that this place has, or they're an equivalent to cops or something. Anyway, though I can't exactly put the words. She probably is a machine. Didn't expect to see a machine that's so familiar. That's so. I say the word similar and I read it as familiar. What is up with me? I didn't expect to see a machine that's so similar to a human being. Let's focus on our work. Once again, you must back off since you feel that you're in danger. Calmness. On a clashway and boost next value. Boost next value, but the next I by +3 at 25% chance. So he has a 25% chance. It's like every time he wins a clash, he has a 25% chance of boosting the next die by 3. Talent, stagger. Deal +1 stagger damage against enemies with slower speed. So if I want to avoid that, it might be a smart idea instead, and someone who's equal to or stronger. 50% chance of inflicting 1 burn on a successful attack. Looks like a bat. Like in the image of the profile, I'd compare it to like glowing red hot striped rebar pole. But in the image here, it looks more like a bat. So it's probably intended to look like a bat with the way she's holding it. Although it would be weird to imagine that the presence of a baseball bat implies that there's enough of people playing sports, that enough people play baseball to justify bats being relatively common. I say that as if we face multiple people with baseball bats up to now. This is the only person we've seen with a baseball bat, anyway. Yeah, the attack just outright calls it a bat. I don't even know why I'm trying to argue with this. Wait. Slash. His most common attack is slashing damage. His most... Two of his attacks can do a little piercing damage, but he mainly does... slashing damage. Both of these two mainly do slashing damage with a little bit of it's mainly a slashing damage with a little bit of blunt damage mixed in. So if I'm going to outfit a character, it'd probably be best to avoid being weak to slashing. I'm gonna try doing that. I know might be a bad idea because two of them do blunt damage, but just gotta be careful. I'm saying. Wait, hold on, where are they? Okay, he is fatal to slashing damage. He actively resists slashing damage. And he's fatal to blunt damage. So... slash and blunt damage would probably be... Why don't you stop trying to just fight me? Think they might hesitating to do. Let's keep it cool and do this. But be careful not to get cocky. I'm not as strong as I used to be. Right will simply make it. He resists slash, but otherwise takes normal damage from the others. He's weak to slash, and she's weak. No, he's weak to blunt, and she's weak to slash. I thought it could make it if I tried just a little harder. Current call for the reception at the Streetlight office. Current's closed. Keep forgetting that's at the top of the middle of the screen. They're still rookies. It's not a good idea for fixers to form such tight bonds with each other. Well, I'm guessing this will be a lesson for them. You talk as if you're used to all this. Oh, I've already gone past that phase, and some more too. Forming bonds aren't bad per se, but there's just too much risk associated with it. The real deal fixers know when to cut things off. You mean to keep enough distance from people so you won't feel hurt from their losses? Yep, it's just ironic that people who aren't even really prepared to face death are applying for a job that involves killing in the first place. Literature, huh? This has got to be in the most unfitting category for the city. Oh, Hod! Hello, I'm Hod. I'm in charge of the floor of literature. Hey, I'm Roland, and helper of Angela in several ways. I see. Don't tell me, do you also have some sort of grudge against Angela? I'm not at all friendly towards her, that's for certain. Well, we made a deal with her, so we're obliged to help her without complaint. Oh boy, his future ain't looking too bright. Everyone's got a problem with Angela. What the heck did she do to deserve this reputation? She's done something unforgivable, just like I did in the past. I still don't know what a whole lot this place, but I can see one thing. Something's terribly messed up with the library and its staff. Can all this even be resolved at some point? I can't answer that for sure, but you'll get to see the result. After all, there is a clear end to this deal. If you follow Angela along her journey to the end, you will find out. This is frustrating already. I have guests to receive and librarians to take care of. Can't we all be good friends in the library at least? Among the books you bring, I will be sorting those about the literature of the city. As we collect more books, we might be able to find answers to your questions, whether you like it or not. Gah! Finally starting to get why Angela hates roundabout speech so much. Alright, fine. I want to dig into the bottom of the mystery now that I've gotten into this mess. Good luck, Mr. Roland. Why, thanks for your supportive words, Miss Hod. Floor of Literature open. You can now select Floor of Literature during reception. A patron librarian is awoken. I guess we didn't specifically need to use this section to complete the task. Complete an act if 3 librarians have reached emotion level 2. Alright, looking good. Let's do another. Oh, Sans and Lulu. That was her name, Lulu, right? Not Luna. Whatever. Sans and Lulu got away. It looked like he escaped at the end of the battle the way he dashed off to the left of the screen. And I was wondering whether or not it'd be a plot point that like he comes back to fight again or something. I'm terribly sorry. It's all my fault that the job went wrong. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised that he was allowed to get away. Because, you know, up to this point, it's kind of been a fight to the death. And we've kind of, like, killed told everyone in the library so far, so I'm kinda at least slightly surprised that someone's been allowed to leave at all. But anyway. Yeah, absolutely. We are taking our hands off the library from now on. This was out of our scope to begin with. Already sent a report to the Zui. What? What about Mars? Was his death pointless then? I really am sorry. You can blame me all you want. I misjudged. Our profession is peacekeeping, not exploration or combat. There's a cake in the fridge. Was that you, boss? Cake? No, I didn't buy any cake yet. Oh. Mars went and bought the cake before, snuck it into the fridge for when the job. Oh. I'm starting to feel bad for this. Just ouch. I'll go outside for a bit. You stupid idiot! It's not like you had all my cakes from others. You said your mother's an amazing fixer. You love to show off your stupidly huge sword, saying it's a gift from her. You brag so much that you'd be just like your mother someday. Mars's book. That's what happens to the people who die in there? I don't let them toy with him. I'll never let them. Dan will totally try to stop me if I bring this up. I'll go in there on my own. I've got friends to help me too. Oh god. Boy, this is frankly heartbreaking. Shouldn't have seen that. That's funny. Whoever from the one who gave a speech on how fixers shouldn't cling to bonds. That's that, and this is this. Still, reacting to every loss is a waste of energy. Everybody lives with burdens to bear. I have my share of unfortunate events, and so do others. And it's rude to expose that without the listener's agreement. They'll be bothered to learn something they didn't really have to know. They're already carrying a hefty load of emotional baggage, and telling them your sobs sort of feel like you're showing off how heavy your own baggage is. They might feel a bit of sympathy, but they'll also be displeased. Don't overexpress your feeling because you're happy or sad, and say goodbye to each other or with the appropriate words. It's all for the sake of each other. That sounds even more tiring to me. And I shouldn't let my feelings distract me from my librarian work, most of all. I gotta stay level-headed, help you collect books about the city. You're right, as soon as you become useless to me, I'll dispose of you. Then I'll go back to my duties of being my survival man. Greetings, she immediately attacks. Shut up! I don't need a greeting from a despicable piece of junk! I'm here for Mars's book. I'll get his book, kill all the monsters here, and blow your head clean off. I'm afraid your third statement is going to be difficult for you to fulfill, dear guest. I said shut up! May you find your book in this place. Say she brought friend, what they're literally called Lulu's friend. That would slash 50% chance of boost slash damage by 1%. Chance to boost pierce damage. So fatal to slash. So I'm going to want to equip someone that's with a loadout that's good at doing slash damage, and at the same time is good against piercing and is okay, at least decent at piercing and slashing damage. Would it be cool if I equipped someone with Mars' outfit? Oh, he's got good stats. Would it be cool if I did this? To come here to get his book back, and here I am, like, doing this. Would that? And he's got 2 abilities. Speed, dice plus slot plus 1 cannot overlap. Plus 1 stagger damage, and it's a slower speed. Okay. Slashing. They're both fatal to slashing, so. That's kind of weak. Huh. Maybe do a little weaker attacks too. That's a little too weak. One of those. Maybe one of those. Maybe a weaker one or 2 to be able to do something if I need to be a better one like that. What still? Let's see how this goes. Wait, why does she have huh? Okay, what are you doing? 1 to 5, so. To me, I'll stay right through. Ow. Block, block. When hit with it, you're gonna gain a buff to a 40% chance of being seen. Offensive bird 1. Offensive dash. I'll play with her. Yeah, this is practically just fun. Victory. And she's got even more friends as she herself joins the fray. Okay, she endures blunt damage, and he's weak to slashing. They're all weak to slashing. Good thing I equipped it up on that. 50% chance to inflict one burn a successful attack. 25% blunt damage for +1. 12% chance to blunt. Okay. And chance by 1. So there's a 25%. So this is a small chance, but above 0 chance that she might be able to hit for like +2 to her on her attack on her dice, blunt damage dice. I'm happy with what I got. Okay, she's doing 3. Gotcha. Okay, she's going to be doing 2. Gee, I don't think he even let me finish off the last person. And if it did, I didn't get to see it. I didn't pay attention. I feel bad for this. 2% chance to boost slash dice by +1. 2% chance to boost. 2% chance to boost stagger damage each type by +1. I feel bad. She watches her friend die, then she comes back to avenge him, only to get murdered just like her friend. I feel bad. Are you going to feel guilt or any strong emotions? I'd be lying if I said I feel nothing, but I've already seen plenty of these cheap tragedies, been the victim of myself a whole lot of times too. You sound like a seasoned veteran for someone who introduced himself as a washed-up fixer. I have my reasons. What, are you curious? You said it's a rude thing to do, didn't you? Besides, I can simply turn into a book and read your story if I really want to know. Whoa now, let's not go there yet. Well, how about you? I'm curious to know what our head librarian thinks. Me? Indifferent. I've also seen relationships and scripted deaths too many times, and repeat. Again, in reference to the first game, Lobotomy Corporation. So I've been trying to run a system where people are free to choose their own destiny this time around, free from any coercion. You threatened to kill Roland if he didn't comply with your demands at the beginning of the game! The hell are you saying, free from coercion? I mean, sure, they all read the warnings on the invitations that use those terms by signing the names, but it's still a bit dirty, you know? You're unkillable, and I can revive whenever I die. Again with that, I thought you said my method is fair? Yeah, you aren't wrong. Much more polite and fair than most things in the city. Today? Well, I think I'm going to be saving this abnormality before next time. Because it's already getting a bit long. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been Lobotomy Corporation. I really just called this game Lobotomy Corporation, didn't I? I knew I was going to make that mistake eventually. It's just a matter of when, and here it is, folks. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Library of Ruin. Thanks again for watching. You know where the comment section is. I always appreciate comments. Thanks again to the person who pointed out the credenza to me, and thanks for reminding me to actually pay attention to the passive abilities, because I figure it's a good point the person made, pointing out that it is something I probably need to start planning around for, or at least start getting used to it now when the game's being more merciful in the earlier parts of the game, as opposed to waiting until the later parts of the game where the game starts, it's kicking my ass hard, and it's made even more difficult because I didn't develop the proper habits in regards to dealing with the game. So thanks again for the comment. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys around.